Thank you for listening to Talking to Our Souls, or to put it another way, to Talking Our Souls. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brown sound, we're with you when you fight. Brown sound, bark with the dogs tonight. Brown sound, Cleveland is right behind you.
Bum tish. So this week I find myself playing Zelda. With that in mind, welcome to Talking to Our Souls on this, the 15th, get out of it, day of May. With me, Steve Hen, and over there we have...
I fucking hate Indians. Mr. Singh.
Yourself, mate. So, last week we did 2 shows back to back. How long did that take us, Av?
9, 10, maybe 7.
Indeed. Oh, gosh. And what was the first thing we were talking about this week, Av?
Tuition fees.
Tuition fees, cool. And how long does that take?
9, 10, maybe 7. I don't know anything about tuition fees, right? Is that you can go to Oxford or Cambridge.
My son went to both, yeah.
Yeah. You'll pay the same price for a degree from there if you get in.
Yeah.
As you would in a degree in Wolverhampton.
Some universities are more expensive than others, but I don't think there's much between Oxford and
There's
some
not,
of the others anyway, no.
when they first introduced it, they go, oh, well, that's the maximum they can charge. They won't charge the maximum. The bullshit. Most of them do charge it. Now it's not about what grades you got. They'll let you in anyway because you pay. Your son's going to Oxford, you said?
He took his master's at Cambridge, and now he's doing a PhD in Oxford.
Well, paying big money for that.
I'm not.
Well, you know what I'm saying, but that's quite an achievement that you've gone to those universities. If I get a PhD from Wolverhampton, it's not the same thing, is it? But you paid the same.
You know what the difference is, though? Better at Oxford and they're better at Cambridge. Give you better knowledge, better information.
Are you having a go at my hometown?
I understand what you're saying, that the price is the same.
I can say stuff about my hometown, Steve.
No, the price is the same. But I know from a fact that Cambridge are ferocious on their maths, and they won't take anyone. They took my son, but they won't take anyone.
No, I'm talking about. I mean, elite universities. You got people falling on themselves to get in, aren't they? So
you could still get someone from Wolverhampton that was brilliant, but on a piece of paper, people are going to go for Oxford, Cambridge before they go to.
This is what I'm trying to say to you. Is that?
And I get that.
You paid pretty much the same amount of money,
but not for the same education, though.
Not for the same education. But
on paper, it is going to look. It is. They're going to go for it.
It's like when I see students walking around Wolverhampton, I go, "You mugs! You paid $9,000 to come here. You fucking mug."
But they haven't paid it, have they? A lot of them won't pay it.
They will pay. They will pay for it.
A lot of them won't, because they won't earn
It
enough
has to be.
Pay it.
If it was me, it has to be a scale. Top 10 universities, top 9 can go up full $9,000 a year. The next top 10, maybe 7. No, you know what I mean? Just have a scale.
Slide it down. But
yeah,
difficult. I remember taking my son to Cambridge, and we spent 4 hours in a car park, and it cost me £65. And I said to him before I paid for the ticket, before I went, I said, when we come back, say to me, if I moan about the price of the car parking, say you can't put a price on education. And I maintain you can't put a price on education, although they have tried to do that. £65.
It's not all. I don't think it's worth it. Going to you. If you're not going to top university, it's not worth it.
We should change education from the beginning, change the way we teach our children. It all needs an overhaul. We should be teaching them stuff about bank accounts. We should be teaching them stuff about stocks and shares. We should be teaching them stuff that they can use in day-to-day life, not history about we didn't do much slavery and all kings and queens are great. Look at old King Henry VIII. He was a shagger, serial shagger. Look at King Charles. He was a good shagger. Don't look at Andrew, though. Don't talk about Andrew. But I think all education needs to be shaken up, and we should have also farm school. It's for the young people who don't like school, but they're quite happy like tilling and farming the land, and that's a great thing. And I think we should have more stuff like that for children that aren't bang on the money for
I get
education.
that. I agree with that. In my head, maths, English, science, teach all that. But also critical thinking. Even if you learn something, you've got to be able to question it.
And teach the girls to fucking cook as well. So do you think it is the end of the Conservatives as we know it?
But yeah, I think so. I think if they get to the end, they're going to make some difficult decisions for us, the normal person.
Are you saying if Labour got in?
No, the Conservatives
If
stayed.
Conservatives stayed.
Yeah,
There's
they're
a
not.
chance. There is a chance they could. All the figures they're saying, it doesn't give Labour a majority, but it gives them probably one seat or even. See, the thing is, Conservatives only need to win by one seat, and Labour will get in because every other party is never going to back up the Conservatives.
I forgot his name. The leader of the Lib Dems. The question was asked to him: would you go with Labour if they needed the extra numbers? He didn't answer the question. So
Yeah, I saw.
you know, Lib Dems. They're like a cheating partner, aren't they? They'll go with whoever gives them the best option. Eh? Lib Dem whores
I voted tactically yesterday.
for Lib Dems.
You've just called me a whore.
They'll just go where the power is. They'll never be in power themselves. They'll just kiss ass with the power people in power.
No, they've done really well. They've done really well with these elections. I noticed at my local councillor, it was Tory in 2021 with 813 votes. But yesterday, the Labour won with 527 votes, whereas in 2021 it was 535 votes. So they actually lost votes and still won. The Conservative in 2021 had 800 and something votes, but they only had 300 votes. So that's 500 Conservative voters didn't vote at all. And that's in my little local seat.
Glad you did the math, Steve.
Thank you. No, but basically what I'm saying is, God, there's 500 people that just didn't bother to vote Conservative that would have voted in the council elections 2 years ago. So those people are obviously not happy, but they're not going to give their vote to other people. But I think around the country, some of those people will give it to the Lib Dems, and that's why I did that. I don't want Labour to come in with a majority. I want them to set up camp with the Lib Dems, at the very least, or the Greens.
No, the Greens.
You're like a child at the dinner table. No, the Greens! No, the Greens!
They've got two leaders. You know how each party has a leader? They've got two leaders. They share.
What is share? What are their leaders?
The two leaders.
If I could turn back time.
That would hit the right note with the young there, Steve. the young demographic. The ones that don't vote.
I am so down with the kids. Doesn't anybody know who Cher is anymore?
Miley Cyrus.
I don't know who she is.
Talking about life.
Oh! I could put that in there, couldn't I? Yeah, Av sent me these, right? And this is the one I like the best. Why did you send me that?
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
Just sound like a Yorkshire lass who's been smoking too many fags.
She has got a husky voice when she talks. When she sings, though, she can sing some beautiful, beautiful notes.
I'll send you some more of those videos. There's some different.
No, because that's who do you love the most? Love. I don't love Miley Cyrus. I respect her singing voice.
George Michael.
All right, I'll send you a picture of him. Do you know what George Michael be doing now if he was alive?
I mean, plenty of sex. And cocaine.
No, that's getting out of the coffin. I've never done that in front of a camera before. It's much better if you're with somebody in person because you can lean further back. Oh, I heard something about George Michael. Something good. Something either something's happening. I don't know if it's to do with the Coronation. No, it's not that good. Something to do with the Coronation or something. Either Netflix. I think Netflix is doing a special Oh, I think no, it's not that good. I think they're revamping the Wham album, the first one, because it's like so many years old this year. So go out and
be
vote.
your father figure till the end of time.
If I cut all that George Michael stuff, then I have to start again. If I could turn back. Oh, you're right, though. Nobody's going to know. No one's going to know that. Do you think that something will change now in the Conservative Party because of this? Everyone's going to be having a go at Oh! Who chose that Saturday was going to be the coronation 2 days after the drastic vote local elections? It was the government. They knew it would be a good distraction because they knew they were going to lose in the elections.
They're sick then, aren't they? Because what does it matter if it's not in the news? It's happened.
No, I agree with that.
Physically, haven't got that many MPs left.
They're councillors, aren't they?
Let's be clear about this. Let's be clear about this, Steve. Labour and the Lib Dems and the SNP will make sure. Let's be clear. They will make sure that Conservatives remember in the House of Parliament. To be clear, let's be clear. I can't be any clearer than this clear.
I don't know exactly what you said.
Nor do I.
Right.
Do you know what we didn't talk about? Do you see about the Met Gala, a fashion show in honour racist and misogynistic Karl Lagerfeld, fashion designer?
I like anyone called Lagerfeld.
Yeah, he's German. He was a German designer. He used to say some nasty stuff about fat people and fat women and immigrants and all this stuff. Yeah,
if you're fat, eat less.
Yeah, a lot of people have turned up, have spoken up against racism, misogynism, homophobia, but they all turned up. They all turned up for his gala, acting weird. One lady, not even dressed up, she had makeup like she had a cat face. And when they spoke to her in the interview, she just went meow.
So who made it? Wow. So what was your inspiration for tonight? Wow. Wow. Wow.
I understand when you were cussing art earlier.
Yeah. And, you know Jared Leto, the guy who played the Joker in the Batman. He was a singer of a band. He turned up in a big, massive cat costume.
And did they say to him, you, get out the car? And he said, me? How? Hey, it's that time again when we play the lottery of news. This week we have a choice between smart motorways. I'm still keeping smart motorways up. Dirty garage, Coronation, not the street, but we've talked about that. Drone on the Kremlin, Zelda, I've talked about that. Exploding cows, still haven't talked about that. I think by the time we get to exploding cows, there'll be no point talking about the fact that this dairy farm in Texas exploded and killed 18,000 cows. I find that funny. We're going to roll the wheel of news, and whichever number it lands on, we're going to talk about, okay? Is that 2? Dirty garage. What's dirty garage? Dirty garage?
Dirty garage is Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage. Oh, I know what this is. Is he on GB News?
Yes, GB News. Of course.
You'll have to forgive me because I didn't watch this. What happened?
You only got the biggest interview out there.
Prince Andrew. Camilla.
Bigger than Camilla.
For King.
Bigger than that twat yet.
Bigger than that twat. I'm sure he'll have us for treason. Bigger than Meghan.
Oh, yes.
Bigger than... Actually, to be fair, I do know. I don't know why I'm pretending. It was Donald Trump. Do you think he's big? Oh, he's big in many ways, but very small hands.
Who doesn't want to interview Trump?
I would. Do you know what I'd say? Where's your daughter? Ivanka.
Oh, well, it's a bit harsh calling him a wanker, but
Ivanka. Ivanka. So, right, where did it? Because he came over to play golf, didn't he? In
he went to
Scotland.
his resort in Scotland, his golf resort, or hotel, whatever it is.
They all love him in Scotland, I hear.
Yeah. But, well, he's saying it's the best. Apparently, it's the best golfing course in Europe, maybe the world. This is Nigel Farage saying this, so you know that's true, right?
Oh, Nigel Farage said it. I thought if Donald Trump had said it, I would think he just says that wherever he's playing golf.
Well, he said it, and then Trump said maybe in the world. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. Nigel Farage, I would watch him all day, all night.
What, naked?
Not naked. Not naked. I knew that was coming when I said it. To quickly get that in.
Well, why did you? Why you? I do think you've got a thing for Nigel Farage. I mean, not a thing, but like you like him, you enjoy because he does a good impression. But you said
I would watch him all day, all night.
But the way you said
I think
I would watch him.
I think he's all right, but I know if I got deported, he'd be the first one in the queue to be waving.
You would be on that poster with him. God bless him.
His issues in America, the court issues.
What are friends for? 30 minutes. What did he talk about? All right, name 5 things you remember that they talked about, not mentioning golf in Scotland.
The Coronation.
Okay, was he for it? Oh, you go. I bet he said,
Yeah.
I met the Queen. She's a lovely woman. She really adored me. She was the best. Oh, she loved me.
They disrespected her. Meghan Markle. I just practiced my Trump. But
I was going. No, I thought he was in the fucking room.
yeah. But it's about the big disrespect that they've done on the royal family and the Queen. Talked about Biden. Why isn't Biden here? He's asleep.
Did he say that?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you say that? That's
said
funny.
it.
That is funny.
That is funny,
though. I'm sorry. It is funny.
He talked about how much he liked Boris. He told Theresa May not to do the deal. I think Nigel Farage says Rishi Sunak's got a bit more professionalism around him. I think kind of agreed on that.
Because Johnson really was a child, and even though Rishi looks like a child, he does look as though the grown-ups are back in power.
It was done on Trump's terms, wasn't it? There's nothing.
Yeah.
Like Piers Morgan, he asked him some hard questions. He actually said to Trump that the election wasn't stolen, and he challenged him on that. So when Nigel Farage was like,
did he double down, Donald Trump, or did he move on?
no, he
Did
said
he
it
say it
was,
was,
and he's saying it wasn't. So at least he can say he challenged him on it. Where Farage was like, "Oh, can I look at your bottom? Can I kiss your bottom? Can I French kiss your bottom?"
Do you think it would be a big bottom? Do you
probably
think
flat
about
and
that?
wrinkly. I wonder if that's as tanned as his face.
Or his arse? Yeah, it would be by Russian prostitutes. Tanned. See, when you say Farage, though, it should rhyme with garage. So it should be Nigel Farage, not Nigel Farage, unless you have a garage. So do you have where do you park your car at night? Do you park your car in a garage or a garage?
Well, last night I parked it on my neighbour's cat.
Whoa! There you go. That's very funny. That was. That's an hour and 2 minutes. We got a joke. Right, let's do one more lottery of news. What number do you want? Oh, you can't choose a number, Av. Let's just see what the randomizer does. Right. What number would you hope it to be?
Four.
Blimey. That's drone on the Kremlin. Kremlin? Drone. Did you see that footage of the exploding when they tried to blow up the Kremlin?
Yeah, something. I looked at that and I thought, it didn't look very dangerous, did it?
No. Let's have a look. They're saying there's 2 people climbing up there, but I don't think that's true.
It looks like a firework, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't look at all dangerous, does it? It looks like it is, because it's got to. I reckon Russia set it up, because apparently I heard somebody saying that Russia usually takes their time to respond to things like that, and they said they responded straight away. It doesn't even. I mean, it doesn't look dangerous. It looks more like a. It does look more like a firework.
Got this war going on, and they've also got the messaging behind it as well.
Yeah.
It's like, constant. What do they call it? Propaganda. But it's always propaganda going up in between. It's like, but other stuff as well. Like, Zelensky, since he's had this war, apparently he's got 50 million in the bank
From donations or
all the money they've got. He's got 50 million in the bank apparently. I don't know if it's true or not, but
the thing is though, we're gonna have to pay some money to rebuild that place. That's going to be another thing out of Starmer's pocket. No tuition fields, but we will build 3 houses along the river in Ukraine.
that's fair enough. But if it, I don't like the idea that this guy's took 50. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not saying the
Did you hear this from GB News? Because it could be true.
No, not from GB News.
Talk
it was
radio.
Russell Brand.
Are you watching Russell Brand?
Well, watching better excuse tips on YouTube.
We should do a whole thing on Russell Brand. Because I've tried to watch some of his stuff, but because I used to think he was quite an intelligent person, but I don't know what's going on now. I don't know. Why should I say he's not talking truth though? Why should I?
I think he speaks more truth than GB News.
So next week maybe a compilation special because Zelda's out and I'm playing it. Are you looking forward to Zelda?
Steve, I've got to move my car. I think I can hear the cat.
So join us again next week when we talk exclusively from our souls.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So